Shalom, this is Mary Omni from the World Government House of King David, Holy Covenant Constitutional Enforcer. This is a Republic Notice. The title of this Republic Notice is called Attack on Black Women is Biblical Prophecy. Attack on Black women is biblical prophecy. Okay? Now, how do you know the black woman in America is Judah? Simple. She's under severe attack and have been under severe attack for 500 years. Who else could she be besides Judah, the woman who is part of the nation, that is the nation with whom the Mashiach is born, that is called the woman seed. The woman seed of Genesis 3:15 in the Bible. Yeah, she's Genesis. She's that gene sister. Genesis, gene sister. Get it? Okay. Gene Isis, Genesis, gene sister. Get it? Of 3:15. The woman seed. And who was the woman seed? She would be the woman who came against satanic forces, okay? She would be the woman who comes against satanic forces. Now, this is what a lot of people don't get. A lot of people don't get the Most High said, I'm going to put up my daughters against you, Satan, to tell you you're not all that bad. I'm going to take my daughters and put them up against you. See, I'm not even going to worry about my sons. Because guess what? You're not even going to overcome my daughters. You're going to try to. You're going to try to. And guess what? You're going to get a lot of my weak sons to go along with your programming game. Because we know that, okay? We know you're going to get a lot of my weak sons because they are my sons that went into the daughters of man in Genesis 6:4. So we already know that you feel as though you got them mentally lock, stock, and barrel, and you could just pluck them like they're buffoons and get them to fight against my holy daughters of Jerusalem. So, ladies, this is to say and to alert you, the spiritual warfare has been taking place on a subtle level, okay? Covertly. It is now overt. Don't be shocked that it's overtly. Don't be shocked that a lot of black men are on attack. See, because once you understand that you're the woman seed and a black man is born from you, then you understand this one thing. The world can't be in no better condition than you are, okay? So the world could put you down and say you ain't got this and you're a single parent and your man in jail and this and that and they could draw all these things like, 70% of you not married, which is a falsehood because you're married constitutionally and you're married to Christ, okay? So, but the world can't go no place without you. You or this stupid ass black man they done set up to go against you. So in setting up the stupid ass black man to go against you and fighting you, the whole world is damning their self. Cause see, you the namesake. The universe move based on you. Ain't that something? The universe and time and God's time is based on you. The woman seed. The whole time of this earth and all its cycles is based on you. The woman seed. You are the cosmic mother, daughters with DNA that rules not only the earth, but the cosmic. Now you wonder why all these earthlings, these incomplete, ribless black men is on the attack. You wonder why they on attack. Because Satan feels as though as long as he can get this weak link to keep coming after you, he can rule and keep ruling the whole earth. because they know once you close that gap or move that weak link out of the way and then hook up with some stronger link black males, then he's done, okay? See, what he got to keep doing is keep throwing, making chaos and giving all the ones who will fight the woman seed special attention. He will pump them up in the media. If they running with women of different foreign nations, he will pump them up. If they the Tommy Sotomayers, he'll pump them up. If they the Clarence Thomases, he'll pump them up. If they the O.J. Simpletons, he'll pump them up. If they the Michael Jacksons who want to look white, they'll pump them up. They'll pump up anybody and reward anybody who comes against the Most High daughters. Because the Most High said, Satan, I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to put my daughters up against you. Okay? She's the weaker vessel. I'm going to put my daughters up against you. Okay? To show you what I think of you, I'm going to put the so-called weaker vessel of my children up against you. And so what happens is, Satan is not threatened by the black man. No, he's not threatened by the black man at all. He's threatened by that black Judah woman in which the Mashiach is born. See, when they target her. First they try to make sure she don't feel any emotional esteem of herself. The whole media since its inception in 1930 has been to program the world against this woman. To program the world against this woman. They have programmed that she's the welfare and she always got children on somebody else's. And how the hell she gonna have children on somebody else's when she owns the 14th Amendment? When the 14th Amendment is hers and the whole world looked to her for welfare. The whole world looked to her for welfare. You should see my video called The Biggest, Blackest Welfare Queen. The Biggest, Blackest Welfare Queen. Check out that video. Also check out Black Vaginal Envy, BVE, Black Vaginal Envy, and the black man's cunnilingus of white feminism. See, because then you begin to see that you cannot take it personally. I mean, you gotta fight, yeah. You gotta fight, but you gotta fight from the position of the attack is on God Almighty, okay? That's what you gotta fight from, the position as the daughters of God Almighty, who he said that he would put on earth to have his back against those on earth who come against his throne and authority. He gave you high rank biblically. So it was biblically written that you would be under attack. Attack. It's biblically written. It's biblically written that the world, because Satan had rulership of the world. So it's biblically written that the world will come up against you because you're the woman seed of Genesis 3:15. Gene Isis, Genesis, Gene sister. Do you get it? All right now. We're resurrected female. Okay? Now, that is really serious business when you think about it. But you gotta take yourself out of it and not feel such a personal affront, because this war and spiritual warfare requires that you know what you're fighting for, like Janelle Monáe said. Do you know what you're fighting for? It's a cold, cold world. It's a cold, cold war in this cold world. And you better know what you're fighting for. See, and if you are a black woman and you still fighting over light skin, dark skin, and caramel color, then all you need to make an immediate apology to God Almighty, okay? Because when he put his daughters his woman seed daughters up against Satan, he didn't distinguish their complexion. He just said, they are my daughters. And if you have a history and know the history of Hebrew Israelites, we ran the gamut of complexions. So, okay, we ran the gamut. So if we still arguing and we letting Satan control us like we can't critically think, and we still having all beefs and issues over red bone and light skin and dark skin, we better understand one thing. We got the blood of Christ. We got the blood of Christ. And it deserves better. It deserves much better than that petty back and forth. Because see, that's kindergarten. We in spiritual warfare, sisters. We in spiritual warfare. You know, and some things ought to take a back burner once you in spiritual warfare. And the Most High God Almighty better be put on that front burner, because the fire in this country is getting ready to go down. The fire in this country is getting ready to go down. And you better put on the full armor of God, and you cannot do it. You cannot do it being manipulated by Satan over dark skin, light skin, red bone, over some bitch ass black man that don't give a damn about none of you. Over some bitch ass white man and world that don't give a damn about none of you. Okay? Now, I tried to tell some sisters this when Eric Benet had a song called Chocolate Legs. And I said he committing blasphemy. And some of the dark-skinned sisters got, you know, really hyped up about it. Well, I don't know what they was. Someone was dark-skinned because they was putting like, you know, they was letting something off their chest. And I'm saying, I don't know why y'all getting like that, because he's running around with Prince Italian trash. He running around with Prince Babylon trash. And then he went to one of these award shows and they said, you sang Chocolate Legs, you know, why you know, with this one? He said, well, when I'm down, I deal with chocolate legs. So you see, this is all satanic, okay? This is satanic. This is spiritual media image warfare propaganda. The television is a powerful nuclear bomb against our image, okay? But we cannot feed into it. We got to stay focused. Spiritual warfare, prayer warriors. Get your mind in spiritual warfare. You have the power to step on Satan. You have the power to step on evil. You have the power to overcome all of it. All of it. You just better remember the attack is against God Almighty. But God Almighty believes so much in you, he told Satan his daughters have his back. He told Satan his daughters have his back. He ain't worried about Satan. He said, I have my daughters. My daughters will have my back, okay? So this is what you got to understand. The attack on you was biblically prophesied. And it's coming to a halt now because Satan's time is short. And he's going to pull out all the stops. His time is short because we basically won. The Mashiach is born. The Mashiach is born. We are the victors, but he's going to make you think you're not. But we still got this last run, and he's getting ready to pull all the tricks out of his bag and all the dirt, all the fire, all the filth, all the demons he got. Prepare yourselves. Prepare yourselves. Don't worry about no bitch-ass black man. Just like Satan don't worry about him, you don't worry about him, because you're the daughters of God Almighty, and you're the woman seed. And either he's with you or he's not. And if he's not, his ass is doomed. This is Mary Omni from the House of King David. Shalom.
This is Mary Omni from the House of King David. Shalom.